All right, if you're a fighter and you're watching this video and you're boxing, your Muay Thai, your MMA, your bare knuckle fighting, you've got to think, right, what's your number one goal in every single fight that you're having? And the goal is to be fast, sharp and powerful. You want to go into your fights to perform at the best possible level that you can. Have energy, have stamina, and essentially just show your skills and show why you deserve to be on the highest level and win that fight. And you want to make sure that everything in your campus come together to facilitate that, to allow that to happen. But what a lot of fighters will do is, from a nutrition standpoint, is they will skip a lot of steps which are vital and crucial to actually ensuring that you can be fast, sharp and powerful in every single fight and perform. Now, what I mean by this is most fighters have already done all of the damage and a majority of the damage way before the actual fight comes, right? So what I mean by this is a lot of fighters want to perform the best, but they don't cut weight the right way, they don't rehydrate, they don't refuel, and they don't carb load on fight day. Now, you can't just wing it and expect to feel your best in your fights. It's just not going to happen. It might happen for a tiny little bit of time, but in the long term and in the long run, if you want to have a good career, you want to have a legacy, you want to be a good fighter, you want to win belts, then realistically that's not going to be the case, right? So what I mean by this is I see a lot of fighters, and I'd say this especially in Thailand, but even across the entire world, a lot of fighters believe that if you eat as little as possible and you train as hard as possible and don't recover, that's going to get the weight down, that's going to prepare you. Now, that only works to a certain extent. So what I'll do is I'll emphasise the main point that I'm trying to make. Now, on the fight week, right, we want to make sure that we're minimising your weight cut as much as possible. Now, on fight week, when you do your weight, you're going to lose, obviously, body weight rapidly. And you're going to get to weigh and you're going to try and put as much size on as you possibly can. Well, return back to your normal body weight and have a size advantage over your opponent. But what most fighters do is, as I've just mentioned before, they'll deplete themselves and have already run themselves into the ground way before the fight week even happens. And you've got to understand that on fight week, because I say, with that rapid weight loss, we're not going to be losing body fat, we're going to be losing body water from carbs in your diet, sodium, fibre, meal volume. But yeah, listen, as I say, even if you eat as little as possible and train as hard as possible, that will work to a certain point until you plateau. You're going to get to fight week and you're already depleted and you've got nothing to get rid of. So that means that you've got to dehydrate yourself even further, which is potentially dangerous and can end up fatally. And that's why it's my job here to educate people and tell you how to do it the right way, okay? So you need to do it gradually. You need to first start off with carb depletion 7 to 10 days before. Then you slowly lower the weight of your meals. Then you lower your fibre. Then you lower your carbs a bit more. Then you lower the sodium. And then you actually dehydrate. You dehydrate and sweat your body and actually cut the weight. This is the weight cut of the day before the weigh and on the morning of the weigh. Obviously, this is for a day before weigh. And what that means is you're then leaving yourself in this dehydrated and depleted state, but mainly dehydrated state for as little time as possible, and then you make that weight easy, and then you turn up to weigh, rehydrate and refuel, and then you've basically minimised the effects that this weight cut and depletion and slight dehydration phase can have on your body. And that's how you go into your fight fast, sharp and powerful. Like I said, bearing in mind, you've done the weight cut right, you've rehydrated, you've refueled, and you're carb loading on fight day, and it really is as simple as that. And if you want some more nutrition and diets for combat sports just like this one, you want it broken down simply from one of the best in the entire world, working with the best fighters in the entire world, in Thailand and across the world, don't forget to give me a follow for more. Thank you very much, guys. Let's go, and I hope it helps.